Hello there everyone. Thanks for joining into my YouTube channel, Mary Aquacolor. And we're going to do some really simple things today. To start with, we're going to do a landscape that's just going to be blue sky and fluffy clouds and grassy fields and maybe a little fence or two. So let's get started. I have my water here, a big one to clear out the brush and this for clean water. My paints, watercolor paints, my watercolor paper, the palette, and okay, let's get started. So, let me see, yeah. We're using some big brushes today, so we're gonna make some green for the grass. And we're just gonna I guess we're just gonna use it from here. Oops. Let's get a little darker in there, a little Kelly green. All right. We need it darker, don't we? We need the grass. It's going to be a little darker, a little more. Okay. And if you get too much on your brush, you just blot it. And we're just kind of drawing lines with this. Ooh, that's gonna be real dark. I don't know if you see that, so we can clean these up. I want you to know. There we go. And so getting the color you want, that's important. And remember, in nature, there's all kinds of different shades and colors, so don't be afraid to have different kinds of colors. And as I always say, watercolors are great. The reason I like them is because they sort of paint them, they make the picture themselves. And then we're gonna make this a little darker down here. Okay, so we've done with the grasses. I put a little textured bushes in it, and now we're gonna dry it. So you want a hair dryer on the lowest cool setting and hold it away. So just sort of dry it a little bit like this, and then we'll come back when it's dry. Okay. All right, we're back. Everything's dry, and so now what we're going to do is do the sky. And here's some blues. I just sort of mixed a bunch of blues and sort of making the sky. Now this has got to be done kind of quickly because we're going to put some clouds in, and it's got to be pretty wet for the clouds. So I'm doing this very quickly, just trying to make as much blues as I can. Get some dark areas, some light areas. Try not to have any little, trying to get out the lines. Yeah, just okay. And then before that dries, we're going to get a tissue and we're going to like fold it so it has rounded edges because we want our clouds fluffy. If we didn't do this, they'd have more sharp edges. So we're just going to go, whoops. sometimes it gets, if it dries too quick, you just got to get some more water into it. So that it takes out the paint pigment. Let's see, there's a cloud. And press down. We'll put one up here, a little fluffer, a couple fluffies. And maybe one there too. So that gives us some kind of wispy clouds. It might be nice up here, a little wisp. Okay, and then we're gonna dry this and see what we got. Okay, we're back. And yeah, before I do the fence, we had some issues. We were doing it with very tiny, we don't have a tiny brush. So I had to do some rocks. I had to make some, you know, rocks in the landscape. So we're just gonna put some some determined little rocks in here. Okay, it's a rocky terrain. Not just grass, but rocks, yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the fence. And with the fence, we're gonna make the fence kind of brown, and we're gonna get some brown color. That's our brush, blot our brush, and then get some brown. And I don't have a little fine brush, so I guess what we're gonna do is just use a toothpick and just start making a fence. And making it little so it's a fence in the distance. And it doesn't have to be, again, perfect. You know, it's doesn't have to be the same color all the time, but we're gonna, and of course you would have a brush, a thin brush, but I'm actually not in my home, so and we'll come back to this. Okay, and there's the finished picture. Of course, after we have finished a picture, we like to critique it a little bit, and so I myself like the sky here and the clouds and some of the grass, okay, but I would have liked to spend more time on the rocks or made them look more realistic. But I had some limited brushes, so I had to use toothpicks for the fence too. But other than that, I had fun doing it. Okay, all right. See you again.